Okay, session 19. Out of the Abyss. A grave suspicion. What happened last time?
Well, um, introduced two new characters. What appears to be an orcish barbarian and some kind of elvish fighter. Um, uh, Came across the. Okay, that's not me. Okay, came across the fighter in a teleportation accident. It appears. Um, uh, the barbarian we stumbled across when she was sneak attacking some orcs. We barely made it through that fight with the with everyone intact after killing off several orcs and an Umber Hulk. After that, we regrouped, rested, and eventually found our way to the tomb that we are now exploring after hearing a strange voice in our minds. Don't know. Did I miss anything? I think
Uh,
that's about it.
Fargus on the ground.
Oh, yeah, we have I didn't know him, but there is a dead halfling that we've come across.
yeah,
And
exactly.
some
So,
strange
okay, go ahead.
puzzles and mysteries.
Strange puzzles and mysteries, indeed. Yeah, that's basically the bullet points of last session. The introductions were a little bit more like more detailed when we did it when we introduced them, but that's not nothing your character would know, so I'm okay with that. Last thing that happened was you came into the what looked like a shrine kind of room where there was a dead halfling, which Fargrim seemed to know. The halfling's clothing looked still pretty fine, not withered away or like extremely ripped to shreds or something. But he's clearly dead, which was easy to see because he was nearly withered away. So the skin on his cheeks were like very thin. The muscle was just like gone, and so he had a very gaunt look to him. And that I think was basically where we left off. Anything else anyone wants to add?
Not.
Okay. Then one more thing before we start is Falgrim and Callista. You two get inspiration for keeping me entertained with the OneNote notes
Okay.
and actually writing stuff down I can use. Okay, yeah, other than that, let's get going.
So yeah, as a quick question, do you want us to use that OneNote as like internal commentary? What our characters thinking? Just things we need to remember, or like how do you want us to use that? Because I have a fairly good memory of, and I don't usually write stuff down. So
Okay, yeah, like what they both do is actually writing a like kind of an in-character journal. You don't need to do that, but like basically notes you thought were important of the session. It just needs to be some bullet points. It's fine by me. Like you can go crazy as much as you want, right? But just some bullet points that kind of were important to you, specifically to your character, where you might want to follow up upon, right? That is especially the thing that I use, right? Because like it makes it easier to kind of get an idea of where you want to go, which in turn makes it easier to prepare for the session because I don't need to have the breadth of different possibilities to think about.
okay, I'll try to remember to keep notes because, like I said, I kind of just have this stupid, useless. Remember all sorts of useless things, but nothing important. So I'll remember D&D, but like nothing about my work. So
I think that's okay. I don't see any problems there. But okay, let's get started here. Yeah, so you just came down into the room of this shrine, just to revivify your imagination. The shrine itself, you had like scratches over it, these gashes that seem to have destroyed it, and you also see those things in the walls itself over um, some carvings that are in the walls itself as well.
Alice was brave, you know? Arius, I mean. Stupid, but brave. Cave?
So you knew this fellow? What did you say he was looking for? Do you remember?
He never elaborated much on it. Fargus Rumblefoot. A knight on a certain quest. He was looking for an artifact in a tomb of Caen. That's what I remember. Something about needed it in the surface.
So I suppose this is
He never mentioned
possibly
what was happening in the surface.
the Tomb of Khayyam? Is that what you said? It's
Yeah.
possibly what this place is?
Could be. Or he just got it wrong. Either one. Where is Caem, do you know? I studied my fair share of gods, but...
Don't know. Let me... Hold on, give me a second.
Can I loot the body, maybe? Or check its pockets?
At least he's cold, right? I mean, sure, if Falgrim, like, I assume right now Falgrim is standing over him, just looking at him, but I
Yeah,
mean,
I'm doing
sure,
him some
I'll
prayers,
just
some
walk up
rites.
next to Halgrim and start going through the pockets.
Okay. Yeah, sure, you can. I mean, he's lying there. You find, like, he has a rucksack, he has like a bag on his back. He is wearing like a little bit of a tattered cloak and a leather armor that looks very worn. Also, obviously, is the size of halfling, right? He has a longsword, and you also find, when you open the bag of him, you find there's a book, a fairly thick book in it, which is closed by a lid, like they would think like of a journal, maybe, right? And you also find a wineskin, which is filled with some liquid, and some rations.
That history check was if I knew who Khayyam was or anything about it.
Okay. Nothing specific. The only thing is that you've heard the kind of name before. Seems to be Eastern, from the Eastern regions.
Okay. So, I guess I just... I don't really know. It sounds like an Eastern name. Not from around here, I guess, but I don't know much more than that.
Yeah, and also the other thing is that it's more of like you would read in history books, probably, because it's an old name. But other than that...
I just know it sounds foreign and it's old.
Exactly.
I see. Falgrim basically finishes his rites as best as he can. Yeah, you're not planning to steal that, right?
Can I pocket the wineskin? Sneakily?
Give me a sleight of hand, but I mean he's pretty much directly looking at you, so do it at disadvantage, I'd say. You can try. What's your passive perception?
Better than 11.
Yeah, it must be better, right? So you would like see her stuffing something in her, like in one of her like side pockets of under her cloak.
Ain't like he's using it.
I always get the crazy ones. Wait, is that his book?
Right, can I, is it like locked closed or can I just read it?
Right now it's a rather thick book, right? And around the front there's like this lid that is closed. So you would, but it's not like it's just closed. The mechanism is easily opened, right? So it's not there's no lock on the mechanism itself.
Okay.
So
I'll
you would be
flip it
able to
open.
open it. Okay. Yeah, the first sight you see a giant, actually in color, a giant shield with a stylized heart in front of it, which is bead red. And behind the shield, there seems to be like rays protruding from behind the shield itself.
Careful with that. That does.
Anyone recognize this symbol? And I hold it up for them to look at.
Give me a religion check.
Got it? Okay. Apparently this is one of the gods I did not study.
Okay. Imli, you know that is not a sign of a god. That is a sign of an order. This is the Order of the Radiant Heart, which comes from M.
Like M, like as in a region or a place?
M like the Enkatla, like M like the region south of the Sword Coast.
Okay. I'm not super familiar with outside of like Sword Coast, so.
Okay, yeah, it's directly south of the Sword Coast. There's M with the main city of Enkatla. F-Katla, sorry, F-Katla.
Right, so I'm going to point out. You said he was a knight. I believe this is his order, possibly. It's Order of the some kind of heart. Yeah, it's to the south. He came from the south, as far as I can tell.
I came from the south looking for my guy from the east. I understand you even less, Vargas. Be careful with the book. It's magical. It could explode in your hands if you don't handle it properly.
Can I flip through it a bit? Can I
sure.
like see what's in it or what it might be about?
I mean, you can just basically riffle through the pages and just get a glimpse at pages, yes. So the first few pages, like few dozen pages, you see like what seems to be different rituals. It's written in common, so you can read it. It's like seems to be religious rituals. Maybe someone who's actually studied religion would maybe know more about it. But then about halfway, like so 50 to 80 pages deep into, you see like more hastily handwritten, which just seems to be like actual journal, like day 1, day 2 kind of thing going on.
Okay. I'll pass it off to Fulgrim.
Jarno! Interesting.
I check one of the first entries. What does he say he came here for?
The first entry reads, finally, a mission. I got called by Knight Abram. He sends an expedition down to the Underdark with a few of my friends and then some other knights I'm soon to meet. We're supposed to retrieve some sort of object, some sort of lost artifact the Seers saw. And then it rambles on what he's gonna do and what chores he's still gonna do before he leaves.
Well, that's vague. Well, he was more of a squire than a knight, so understandable.
Check the next few entries. Nothing mentions more the artifact, right?
It didn't seem that he knows what artifact he was actually looking for. Just it was something that Tyr would want to get back or retrieve, and that the Seers themselves possibly didn't know, or the knights at least aren't telling him. And then you basically see him just like going down into the Underdark at some place in the Sword Coast. And when you come to the end. Yeah, well, the few things in the end are you read about like he's getting panicked that he got separated by his friends and the knights, and he like was at the strange chasm which was like webs all around, and then a few days later you actually see mentioning of yourself in your group and your travels towards the city of. Of Recklestark. and then that he's like sorry that you need to go, but he has like
Mission.
this mission to fulfill, and that he will go with Shusha and that Shusha will accompany him towards the grave, and that he hopes that he will reunite with his people there.
And that's his latest letter?
No. A little bit later it talks about like that they have problems, that he has problems finding anything to eat and especially to drink, but Shusha like seems to be a bit more savvy down here, and they are like traveling along the more or less along the coast of the Dark Lake, and so that Shusha kind of goes fishing at some ports, but that he is getting closer and closer, that he just knows it, and he fears that he will not find his friends again. The second to last entrance says that Shusha decided to go since they met a few other Kuatua, and that Shusha said like told him to stay low, that the rest of his people might not be as understanding, and that he has to follow them and see what happened. He said something like "shlablablub." He didn't know what that meant, though. They were probably from there. And Shusha offered him to come visit him there. It would have been to the east of the Dark Lake itself. But he is still determined to find the grave. And the last entrance is, I found the grave, but no one's here. I'm all alone now. I heard a voice, but I don't know from where it is. It was just in my head. That he feels watched. And then that ends the last entrance.
Oh, that sounds familiar, alright.
We're done
You
reading the
mentioned
book.
oh,
We have yet to explore the rest of this place.
you mentioned loot.
Have some respect for a man's last moments.
And I'll close the book and I'll put it in my bag. It's probably not worth leaving it here to rot. Maybe bring it to his order or something.
Yeah, it's about a pound and a half. It's a thick book. But yeah, you can put it in your backpack, no problem.
I give him one last prayer.
Alright. I'm done.
So there are two doors actually. You don't see the second one. Let me fix that. There are two doors, one to the south and one to the. Sorry. Well, I'll just say I know the right is the north. Is supposed to be the north, for some reason, but I'll just say north is top. Okay, that's easier because it doesn't really matter. So one is to the east and one is to the south, and then there's the kind of damaged altar in the north, right?
Well, which way do you guys think, if we're going to explore this place, and which way do you think we should go?
Well, we have no map and the doors don't seem to have any indication, so your guess is as good as mine, Les.
Are there any, like, markings on the doors or anything?
They are fairly thick stone doors, and yes, there are markings, but there are more markings of the whole room itself. It's just like it seems to tell some sort of scenery or story or something like that.
So if there's dust on the floor, does it appear if either of them has been opened recently?
Nope. You also do not find any more tracks on the ground. Just the tracks that basically from you running around now, and from the halfling that went towards the.
That's interesting. I'll look closely at the altar without touching it.
Mm-hmm.
What's this altar about? Can I tell?
What is it made out?
No, what's it about? Like, what's its purpose? Do you have any idea? Like, is this force?
Well, it's damaged, so you can give me an intelligence check.
Okay. Intelligence.
Hmm.
It's not one I have one.
If you have it, okay.
That
Yeah,
should
it's
be
an
10.
altar. It's an altar. It's an altar. It's hard to discern. You do not know who this altar is for, though. So who was praised, which god was praised here. The signs do not seem familiar to you. Yeah, and like it seems to be at least damaged, if not destroyed. Since the friezes on the walls are also defaced by these gouges, it's hard to to identify what this was supposed to be about as well.
I see, yeah.
Now, does it? Well, we can't tell what made the gouges, right? So we don't know if the halfling did it or if it was done before he got here, right?
Give me also an intelligence investigation check.
Okay, come here, character sheet. Investigation.
Well, the gouges itself are too big to be from the sword of the halfling. What you know when you take a look at the stonework itself is they're fairly recent. If they were before or after he came here, that's hard to discern from stone. But the other thing that obviously sticks out is whatever was here should have left some tracks behind. But it didn't.
Can I check out the store?
Sure.
I'm gonna examine the things and tell him, something did these recently, but it left no tracks, and I don't think it was the little guy.
Yeah.
So,
also, like he's fairly small as a halfling, and they're also like the
are they like up higher than he could have reached?
Yeah, like he would be able to reach it, but it would be like at least uncomfortable, right?
Yeah.
Vargas was not known for his might.
So something nasty that could chop up stone, came through here. Left no tracks. A little concerning.
Well, the place was closed when we came here, so it must still be here.
Okay, you
Either
wanted
that or
to
close
check
the
out.
door behind them.
So you,
It's safer to assume it's still here and proceed as such.
Yeah, probably.
Callista, you wanted to check out the door? Anything particular
The
you
east
wanted to?
one.
Yeah.
I want to see if it's locked and
Okay.
see if there's any traps.
Okay, give me an investigation check then, please.
Oh.
Looks cool. You also do not find any locking mechanism. It's so looks safe.
Okay.
Should we ready ourselves before we open this in case there's something nasty on the other side?
Can I take a moment and press my ear up to the door and listen?
Sure. Perceptionist. So you do not hear anything besides your friends that stand behind you. But it is still a fairly thick door, right? It's a stone door.
Yeah.
Well,
What are you waiting for? You're gonna do this or not?
yeah,
One of you
So-
strong fellows better go first.
Z is gonna step up to the door and start to push it open.
Okay.
Oh my god.
You opened the door! Are you crazy? Okay. So this is a fairly thick door, so it takes some effort, but at last it kind of swings open, back away from you, and opens and reveals the room behind. Which
Is it one of those weird pivot doors where it's opens on either side, or does it open like a normal door?
It's one door. It's not a. It's one door, and like it's the same thing as the other door, right? So it basically
It pivots on a central axis, so it's open
Yeah,
like
exactly.
with a gap on either side of it.
Exactly. The same as the front door as well. Although this is a little bit smaller than the door on the front, right? But yeah.
I motion for everyone to be quiet.
Okay. So
You hear a dwarf sneaker as in and looks at his armor.
like he nods and like like from the helmet kind of punching into, but yeah. Okay.
It's my
So
specialty.
that's what you see. It's just like 30 feet and then a wall on the other side.
So there's nothing inside?
Oh, you're standing at the door right now.
Okay. Can I sneak forwards a little bit?
Sure.
Like this far, maybe?
Yeah, and take a look inside the room. Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. You see the following. 4 stone sarcophagi mark the resting place of the dead here, that who may lie there. The lid of each sarcophagus bears a sculpted image of a robed human figure in repose. Other than that, the walls also are clear in here, which is different from the room before. And you also see you don't see any kind of gorgeous inside this room as well, and also no footprints.
Okay.
Ow.
Oh, sorry.
That's not the sound of her being mauled, so I think that's a good sign.
At any rate, I don't suggest we disturb anything in the room before we examine it for traps first.
Yeah, speaking of which, I'd like to move forwards and check out one of the sarcophagi.
Okay, which one?
This one.
The north? Okay. What do you want to do with it? Check it out.
Look at the carvings on it and see if the lid has any traps or something.
Okay, so when you look at it, you see this is other than the figurine on the top of it, like the carvings itself, right? Or the it's a figure, right? It's like a model that lies on top. Other than that, it's a fairly simple looking sarcophagus, which is 10 feet long, right? So and about 5 to 7 feet wide. Other than you see a fairly thick lid on top of it, where then on top lies you see the figure lying, right? Which is made out of stone, so it's just to make sure, right? Yeah. Other than that, give me an investigation check here to see if you to take a look if you see anything else. Well, when you take a look around to the left and to the right and take a look at the scenes, basically, you do not see anything that looks like a mechanism.
And I guess the lid would be a bit too heavy for me to try to move, right?
Alone, probably. Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Like, it would be maybe possible if you put your back into it and on a wall maybe, or on the thing itself you pulled, but definitely would be easier if someone else would help you. By the way, the rest joined the room as well, or are you still in the other room?
Z's at the entrance of the room.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd be peeking my head like behind people.
Okay.
Curious Cade went in with her.
Okay.
Also waiting outside.
Okay.
I'll beckon them in. Or wave at them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Kate, you have light, right? You have a light source, otherwise I think you don't have dark side, right? Dark
No, I
vision?
have no dark vision.
Yeah, so you would have light. Okay.
Yeah, Z is maybe like here.
Okay.
I'll move up with my glowing rock.
Actually, I was hanging out with M because using her glowy rock.
Yep. Okay. It's fine.
Anyone want to help me open this thing?
Is it wise to disturb the dead?
No.
Think
It
about
will
what's
only anger
inside.
spirits.
I'll help
There
you.
for something, but they are looking for a relic. What's the relic in a sarcophagus?
So you want to help?
Cade says he's going to help it, yeah, but now Cade runs over, climbs up on top so he's standing on the lid, and he's
Okay.
kind of futilely pulling it, even though he's standing on it.
Okay. As you step on the lid itself and touch the stone, you see, every one of you immediately sees out of the 4 sarcophagi, like tendrils coming out, which look like very ghostly. And a few seconds later, like ghosts emerge, and basically also as you stand on top of you, emerge through you, Kate, and look at you with their ghastly faces and without saying anything. Now, let's go right into turn order here.
Oh, fuck.
You then goofed.
They warned you about angering the spirits.
Oh, great.
Wait. No way. I rolled better than a 10 on initiative.
Woohoo!
Oh, and I had to do that.
It's okay, that goes to roll 17 at least.
It's like, what dead person ever wants to be disturbed? Have you ever had a ghost say, hey, loot my stuff?
But think of the loot.
The loot! Okay, everybody in here? Yeah, good. Okay. So
If
Z, you're
anything,
the first.
I get the feeling like the. Oh, sorry.
You're the first one to react. So you see them basically come through, and Kate is standing inside one.
I think Z will try to run over and pull Kate out of it.
Okay.
Just like toss him behind her.
Okay. Yeah, you do so. Easy. As part of your movement, no problem.
Yeah. And just ready a dodge action, not attack yet. Hopefully they'll just go back to sleep.
Okay. So you dodge?
Yes.
Okay. Emily.
I think I'm just going to hold action and wait until they attack, because I don't know if they're just reacting to our presence, if they're not hostile. Perhaps we can communicate with them. I mean, I might try to... Can I tell what race they are, like, ghost-wise? Like, do they look humanoid, or do they look dwarven?
They look human. They look human.
So
To make out any
I'm...
specific features as ghosts, pretty hard, but they're definitely human ghosts.
So I'm going to just say, sorry to have disturbed you. We're just trying to find out what happened to our friend here, and hold attack.
Okay.
And
So you
see
want
what
to attack,
happens.
or you want to cast?
I'm just gonna hold a cantrip.
I got it. Tiger.
Probably ice lance or whatever it's called.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone is so nice to these ghosts. Let me guess, these ghosts have a face of rage.
Well, they're just opening. Basically, they're standing there, rising through the lid, looking at the situation, and then opening their eyes. But no sound.
Excellent.
You can give me an insight if you want.
Sure.
I'll take it as a bonus action, though.
Problem. Actually, don't I have that on the quick? Give me just a second. Insight, what's my insight? There it is. Stop. Very good, 15.
They look aggressive.
I guess as much. Algrim takes out his mug and it begins polishing it as he lifts it up. I always get the dirty work. But as he lifts it up, maybe he pulls a muscle. He barely doesn't. Thankfully, it's somewhat better. As he lifts his mug, he says, "Alright, back to sleep with y'all!" And a flash of light comes out.
Okay. Okay.
After that, I'll probably be heading towards the exit.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they leave us alone if we leave the room, so hey.
Okay, so you want to go out because with your full movement you can get up through the door.
Sure.
Okay. Listen.
Okay. So Fulgrim lifts up his mug. Did anything happen to the ghosts?
Like a light emanated from the mug, basking them in the light, and they kind of pulled up their arms. How they
Okay.
react still determined when it's their turn, right? But
Okay.
it had some impact on them, which whatever it did.
Okay. Would I have to use my action to disengage in order to not get hit by them? If I move?
Sorry, you want to disengage? Okay.
Yes. And head out the room.
Okay.
This way. Yep.
Okay. Okay, you're just thrown off the lid itself, and yeah. It was pretty cold. When you were in the thing, it was like a very interesting feeling. Very cold, very uncomfortable. No.
Kate gets up, runs out of the room.
Okay. Yeah, you don't. You can, yeah. Okay. Go ahead. This doesn't matter.
Spins around out the door, and now he's sitting with his back against the wall, and he's shaking.
Okay. Around the corner, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it. So now only Z and Imli remain in the room, right?
Yep.
So one of the ghosts kind of turns around and runs into the eastern corner. The other three, however, do not run. Two of which fly down towards Z and one towards you, Imli. And they slash with their ghostly arms after you.
Alright, so do I get to do my held attack now
Yes.
or after they
No,
attack?
they like you can do it like you actually do it when they attack, so a little bit before. Z 19 AC.
Sorry, what?
That with a dodge?
Yeah, with dodge.
What to hit?
19 AC.
19 will hit, yes.
Okay. You want to do your action before, Emily? You said like you can.
It probably won't matter. It's just I'm just gonna Ray of Frost them. It affects their movement speed, but
Okay. Let's see. Nah, they're too fast. But you can still do your attack. So while you lift your arm and an icicle shoots out of it, another one comes up towards you and tries to slash you for 11 AC. Probably misses, right?
yeah, that misses.
Okay, and you duck to the side after releasing your bolt of ice. Z, you're dodging, but two of them are
Probably
attacking.
didn't.
Two of them are attacking you, so you dodge the one in front, but the other one reaches through your body, and you feel like the life force being dragged out of your body. You take 10 points of necrotic damage, and give me a Constitution saving throw, please. Okay. Yeah, as the very icy feeling as it moves through your body, and you feel like feels a little bit like frostburn on your back, but other than that, you're good. Your turn.
Alright, Z is gonna shout back at Fulgrim and say, "You idiot dwarf, get back here!" And she is going to attack the one that hit her.
All right.
Or, by the way, she has a shield and spear out. The one she
Okay.
looted.
Okay.
Oh, shoot. Did not prepare the spear thing on this one. It's the same as the javelin, actually.
Mhm.
We'll just use that. Actually, it's not that one, because... Well, no,
Make up your mind.
yes, it is that one. I just forgot to say she's raging. That's it.
Okay. Yeah, you hit with your first one, but the javelin goes right through, and the disturbance you did with it, like kind of flutters for a second and then knits to get back together. The second attack is true as well, same effect. Like it's like wheeling back and forth, but you still like go through the like this with like alike to air.
Right. Okay, so
that's how much?
Throwing in the addition from the rage, that would be 18 in total, not halved or whatever.
Okay.
They're ghosts! How do you want to kill a ghost?
Well, they tried to kill us first.
You can't kill it with a sword!
Emily.
Alright, so, I'm gonna disengage and head for Falgrim and hide behind him. If I can
Okay.
reach him.
Yeah, you
I'm
can.
gonna disengage and get out of the room.
Okay. Falgrim.
And Falgrim kind of lets her pass and kind of clutches his ribs as she hit him. Ooh. And as he tries to go for his mag, he actually drops it and just kind of picks it up, and then he notices he has a notch on it and tries to clean it.
You just stay there? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I stand on the entrance to the room, basically, outside.
Yeah, you're basically filling one of the two exits that is in the middle, like the door's in the middle, right, and you're on the left or right, whatever. Basically filling one of the entrances or exits, whatever it is. Callista.
Okay. Do I have a line of sight on the ghosts?
Yeah.
Okay.
At least
I'll
not one, all but one.
Okay. Which one just attacked Z? Can I see that? Alright.
Sure.
Okay, I'll attack that one with my hand crossbow.
Yes.
Thank God I'm small.
Shooting over everyone's heads. Yeah.
Okay. Got it. Yeah, you shoot through it, and like your bolt flies through, and you hear king as it hits the other side, the wall on the other side.
Shit. Okay. I might as well shoot it 3 times because I can't really do anything else. So I'll just try shooting it more.
Got it.
And 3 attacks.
Okay. Yeah. Every of your attack flies through it 3 times, and it wheels around and looks at you with these cold, staring eyes.
I'm going to yell at everyone, "Get out!" and move back further.
All right. You want to go up the stairs then?
No, not up the stairs, just maybe about here.
Okay. To the bottom of the stairs. Got it.
Yes.
Okay.
As of right now, Cade is still just sitting against the wall, shivering, scared, with tears coming down his face.
Not doing anything. Just like standing
No,
there.
Completely freaked out.
All right. Got it. So Z, you're still standing inside the room. Your friends ran away. Falgrim didn't come. The two that are surrounding you continue with their attack, the barrage of attacks. The third one that was engaged with Emily before shoots after her, reaching where basically Falgrim is staying. And flying through Falgrim a little bit, and then trying to attack him from behind. So let's start with Yuzi. 11, is he?
Nope.
Okay, both of the attacks of the ghost miss you as you dodge to the side, and then to the left as the claw comes flying from above.
Just as planned.
Falgrim, exactly. Falgrim, the one just flew through you, and you have like a shock of cold, and your beard is a little bit frozen where it went through you.
It sticks up on ends.
Exactly. As the attack comes from behind, surprising you and hitting you. Give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
It's actually broken, so I'll do it here.
Mhm.
Because all my saves are broken.
Okay. 13. Okay, so the same thing. Let's see. You feel the claw reaching through your armor, through your back, draining the life force out of you, and you take 11 points of necrotic damage. And you also feel like the skin of your back beneath your armor is like frost burns. Okay. The fourth one, Z, you see, is still at the other side. Not doing anything right now. Other side of the room. Z.
Alright. She's just gonna keep on whacking on the one that she's been whacking on.
Alright.
However odd that phrase may sound. Yeah, she's gonna spear it twice again.
Alright. Okay. The first attack, you go through it again, and you see the form of it start to break away and then disappear, turning to smoke, and then nothing. The tip of your spear itself being frost bitten, you see the icicles kind of form as the metal tip kind of turned cold. The other attack, as you reel around to hit the other one, misses, however.
Right, that's all her turn.
Okay, Emily.
Alright, Emily's going to mutter something about how Frost is not her friend these days. Maybe because she left her homeland behind, Frost is frowning on her, so she's going to throw a magic missile at the one that's attacking Falgrim, since that's the closest to her and the most dangerous at the moment.
Okay, he's also in melee with you, right? Since you went through him, but yeah, you can do so.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So that was the worst magic missile ever.
Okay. You see your orbs kind of hit the form of the ghost itself and dissipate, and you see the form itself flicker for a second and then reshape itself, and it, like, now the eyes are completely turned upon you.
Hi.
Okay. Fiber.
Fuck. Okay, Falgrim sees the ghost, basically turn away from him. Immediately tries to turn, but it turns too fast and pulls a muscle and just spins and falls on the ground, and he's like, "Ah, my ribs!"
Got it. Okay, Kalista, you see this. There's still Z fighting in the back of the other room, and then another ghost in front of Falgrim and Emily.
Okay, how far away is Falgrim?
30 feet.
So I could reach him. Okay. And there's a ghost attacking him, right?
Yes.
Shit. Okay, I'm gonna run up to Falgrim and cast Protection from Evil for Undead.
Okay.
And that's my action. So.
Okay. Got it. Kate, you hear, like, you just see Kalista just running up to Falgrim, touching him with her hand, and a faint glow emanating now from the armor of Falgrim itself, and as the ghostly figure is in your sight now and just slashed at Falgrim a few seconds earlier.
So I can see it from where I am.
Yes. It's about 2 meters away from you.
Alright, so Cade is really, really, really scared, and he starts backing up, like shaking.
As you back up, you see that you backed up into the dead halfling that is behind you now. As you take a look behind you.
Okay. Alright, so Cade's backing up, and he's scared. He's not saying nothing. He's scared, and then all of a sudden, as he's walking backwards, he trips over the halfling, and he turns and looks to see what he fell over, and just screams really loud. Ah! And he starts, he pulls himself off it, like scattering on the floor, like he's not standing.
Okay.
He's like crawling backwards, and he's really freaked out now. He's like, ah!
Alright.
Ah! 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 What the fuck?
Got it. Okay, Falgrim. Now, as the focus has shifted away from you, he does not attack you anymore, but he attacks the ghost that was in front of you. Attacks maybe you to your delight, but Emily's dislike, I guess, and slashes at her. But lucky for her, she like saw it and maybe she was scared, maybe she was ready for the attack, but she dodges to the side as soon as the attack comes flying through the air. Z, you still have one opponent in front of you, who again tries to hit you with its claw, and it does. As you stand there with your shield up, the claw just comes through your shield and hits your arm behind it. Give me another Constitution saving throw, please.
I assume the roll was crazy high.
Yeah.
Right.
It's always crazy high.
No.
When you don't say how much it's worth, it's generally crazy high, like 20 something.
Okay. Ghost Torben, what? But I assume.
Typing something up for Ghost Torben to say.
So you rolled a 4, right? Oh no! You rolled a. Okay, this is still with the sheep. I got it. Okay, so 11 is still enough. As you take another 9 points of necrotic damage, you see the skin kind of turn a little bit grayish behind your shield, and icicles form on the skin itself as the claw kind of passed through there. The third ghost kind of now turns around and moves up where you stand. So you have two against you again. Your turn.
What was the exact number? I think I might have misheard
9.
it. 9. Yeah, I did mishear it. Alright. She's just gonna whack the one that just hit her.
Okay. Spirit. Okay. Both times, your spear goes through it, and it kind of floats in front of you. Some parts of the corporeal form disturb for a second.
Alright, that's it.
Okay. Emily.
Right, Emily is annoyed. Nothing she's doing is of any use.
Well, you just did like good damage, possibly.
That was beans. She's annoyed. Like she's like, I was so good when I lived up, when I lived up on the surface in my tribe. I was the best at everything when it came to magic, and now I feel like a complete idiot. She's starting to realize that she was not as amazing as she thought she was. So she's gonna just throw another magic missile at it and just like focus in and.
Okay, maybe you do better this time.
There you go.
A bit. Okay, you see it like the mouth that just opens up in a silent scream, and the eyes widen as it kind of starts to flicker, and the bottom half now turns away, so it just remains the arms and the head itself.
So it's like a partial torso now. It blew its legs off.
Exactly.
I tried being nice to you.
Okay, Fighter.
When Falcon fell, he actually, just before he fell, pulled cloak off the ghost, which is why it missed Emily. And now, as the cloak disappears, he looks at his hand and it's like just slimy and cold. And he looks at the ghost and he just takes his brave pills as he brings his mug, try to smack it over the head. But can't roll above a 7. But I just swing and go right through his shoulder, and his shoulder is not there. Which is amazing.
Alright.
One of these days, guys.
Calista.
I roll my eyes at this useless display of trying to hit a ghost with a mug. And then I look over at the halfling who is like cowering in the corner, and I roll my eyes, and then I start firing at the ghost that's like half there. And half
Okay, he is immediate with you, right?
Yeah, but I have the feet. So
I know. I'm just saying.
Okay, so 3.
Go ahead. Okay. Emily, give me a dexterity saving throw.
can do it. Believe in yourself.
Okay, easy. So twice twice Callista shoots, and the bolt just flies straight into the air, into the ceiling itself, stuck, lodged in there. The third one, the ghost, as it's moving, you see the hand crossbow armed, aimed directly at you, Emily, as you dodge to the side, as the bolt gets loosened and flies past where your head was just a second before.
It's like, what the heck are you doing? First you shoot the Z, now you're shooting at me? Whose side are you on?
Hopefully you
You're in
didn't
my
hear that.
way.
But as she does this, and you say this, and you take a look again, you see the corporal ethereal form kind of dissipate and disappear, and not be in between you anymore. All right, Kate, you just saw the ghost you were seeing disappear after a barrage of attacks from Callista.
Alright, at this point, Cade is going to start slowly crawling towards Callista and Falgrim, that area,
Yeah.
starting to gain his composure.
All right. Yeah, you still hear some commotion from the other room, but you don't see anything in there yet because you're crawling a little bit slower. Got it. Z, you still have now again two of those things attacking you and whacking at you, trying to hit you. 19 hits you, right?
Yep.
Okay, so the first one hits you, and you for a second you think it grabbed you as you see it with horror as the arm kind of turns into freezes and pains you really heavy. As you turn to the end, just look up as the other one just grabs with both arms, grabs your head. You got hit twice. Give me 2 Constitution saving throws. 1, then 2. Okay. Okay. And you rip away your head, just like with also like some frostburn marks now on your cheeks as well. As you take a, well, you want a total, or you want the 1-to-1? You want the 1-to-1, right? So the first.
Just give me the total.
Okay. The first attack did 12 points. The one on your arm. The second attack. The second attack did 24 points of damage.
Ouch.
Okay, and you just rip away your head from the hands that were just touching your head itself. Your turn.
Z is gonna try to finish off the one she was attacking.
All right.
Coming from the mouth.
Okay, yeah, twice you hit it. The one you attacked earlier, right? Again, you see your spear like jab through it twice, and the second attack did it. This ghost also loses his form. Emily.
Right. She's just gonna turn to completely face the other one, and that's it.
So the one that was attacking Falgrim is gone.
Yes.
So they're all in here now.
You see just one left. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna conjure a mote of flame in my hand and lob it at the one that's left. I'm assuming it's within 120 feet of me.
Barely, but yes. No problem.
Alright, so she concentrates and gets this little fireball forms in her hand, and she kind of like throws it, but probably does not.
You do hit it. You do hit it, and it hits, and the arm kind of just disappears for a second before it reforms. As if this one again turns towards you.
I'm making friends.
Yay! Got it. Okay. Anything else?
No, I'm assuming she's standing in the door here,
Exactly.
looking in. And
Exactly.
No, she's just gonna stand her ground.
All right. Fire.
And as he turns towards Emily, he sees an angry dwarf who like chunk chunk chunk, walking towards it and tries to bash it with a shield to little success. But hey, next comes a mag, hopefully.
Yeah, bastard! And his mug shines at the last second. This one for size! Turns into an hammer.
All right. Punk. Let's see. I don't make the save.
It just hits him in the face and like goes through, but as it goes through, like his form splits for a moment. As this weapon seems to get him well. 10 radiant.
All right. Yeah, its form splits for a second and then reforms. You see that the one arm is missing and like parts of the a cross section of the body is missing as well, like diagonally. Okay, Callista.
Okay, can I see the ghost that's still existing?
Yeah, you can see it. He is behind Z and Fargrim fighting. But yeah, you can see them. You can see him. It's a little bit harder to hit him, but yeah.
Can I move forward so that they're not in front of my shooting? I mean Fulgrim. Can I like move forwards in front of him?
You can step behind Fargrim and you can shoot over him. Yes. Not Z, but you can shoot over Fargrim.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, 3 more shots.
Okay,
So
how you want to? How do you de-dead it? De-undead it.
Nice. Okay. I see the ghost that's still like looming over Z, I assume, and I like quick fire, like quick reload, like Western style.
Yeah.
Pew, pew, right through it, and it turns to face me and screams silently, I guess, and then vanishes.
All right, it does that, and it vanishes. Eerily quiet again now, lies over this grave, I guess.
What's next?
Z is gonna say to you guys, did it really take you that long to take care of one ghost?
Can I go
you
pick up?
noticed that all of us are doing great.
I go pick up some of my bolts. But I
Right
can't
now, Z is actually kind of shivering, and she looks like an even paler green than she was before. She looks very unhealthy at the moment.
Yeah, the cassette right there. I think I have something here. And Fulgrim goes. And Fulgrim goes up to you and just turn around.
Just watch where your hands go, dwarf. And she does turn.
Relax.
Fucking flower you have over here. And then he pats you on the back and it just hurts more and it stings like a bee, the beehive, for a moment. Regain 7.
Well, she's not shivering, but she's still paler than she should be.
Just thinking of something. Yep, and it just goes towards the next one. It's probably on her neck. It gives it the same service. There, that better?
It'll have to do, I suppose. Well,
I walk up to one of the sarcophagi and start tugging at the lid and try and, push it off, maybe.
Okay, give me a strength check.
as she does that, Z is gonna move over towards Cade and start yelling at him.
I'm probably going to help her because now that we already pissed off the ghosts, there ought to be something in there for our troubles.
Okay. So the same one you try to open first?
Yeah, this one.
Okay. Well, if Imli is helping you, you can do the strength check with that. Oh, okay.
I mean, how do you do that? With advantage, or is it like I roll?
No, it's advantage, but.
Alright, well.
Well, I just help.
Okay, yeah, you try to move it along, but it's.
And then
It's-
Emily
it's a-
comes over and she's like, "Oh, come on," and just like moves it.
Well, it takes you some time, right? It takes you some time to move it, but Imli has a better understanding of leverage. So she uses her staff, I guess, and does the first few bits away from the wall, and then you have better thing to grab on, and you manage to open up the first sarcophagus. Z, you wanted to do something? I'm not sure.
Just yelling at Cade for being a coward and a fool.
He did get a ghost. He was inside of a ghost. That's kind of disturbing.
Okay. However, Imli and Callisto, you two see a mummified remain in tattered remains of burial garments and some coinage.
Coins.
What do you want to do with it?
I want to take the coins.
Okay, Emily is clearly next to you, right? You know this.
Yeah, that's okay.
Make sure you split those up.
And as you put them in your pocket, split what up?
There's coins
Okay.
in here.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna.
Okay. You find just a few silver coins. You find something else, which is on the arm of the remains of the human. There's a gold bracelet.
Can I
And
take
the-
that and check it out?
And in the other hand, there's a small stick made out of ivory.
I'm interested in the stick. I'm gonna pick up the stick.
Oh, a stick!
A stick! I like sticks!
Okay.
Never figured it for a dog.
Don't have anything I could cast to identify it, but or if I could even detect magic on it. So I don't know. I'm gonna lick it.
Form just says a bright
Switch his own, I guess. Don't blame me if you're cursed. I won't lift it, just saying.
The last character of mine to lick something that seemed magical became a werewolf. I wouldn't recommend it.
Wasn't my campaign. Just saying.
Well, I'm assuming she would be attracted to it because she knows about wands and it looks wand-like. So
Yeah, it's
she's,
a wand. It's a wand.
She's
However,
going to ask everyone if it's okay if she pockets this until we can identify it.
Sure, I don't want it. Took it from a corpse.
Unless it's a weapon, I'm not really interested.
Well,
No,
they
go-
tried
go
to make
ahead.
corpses of us, so I think it's fair at this point. I tried to be nice to them. I'm going to take their stuff.
You know, it's all about don't judge lest you be fucking judged, but it's also about, hey, you took it, you roll with it, so if something bad happens, just don't expect me out. Just
Okay.
saying.
So, Kate, you just got scolded.
Cade was peeking around the door, looking in. When she started scolding him, he just ignored her, paid no mind to her.
Okay.
He's like sticking his head in the room, looking around for more ghosts.
Yeah. So okay. So you do not find more ghosts, but when you get inside, you see the lid that you were standing on before is now opened up, and Callista and Indy is standing in front of it. I assume the rest is also inside the room again.
Yes.
Can we open the other ones as well?
Could certainly try.
Okay.
Considering
Strength?
Z is probably the strongest, she'll try
Oh,
to.
Should we be
Go
careful
first.
about opening them, or do you think the danger's past?
I imagine the
Looks
ghosts.
like she's
were the
opening
trap.
up.
I did it!
Well, news!
We already got attacked once.
So I see
What-
all
what
right
are the
on your
chances?
bravery
Yeah,
potion.
that doesn't mean they're not trapped.
Okay, so the northwestern one, or which one are you opening now?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go
Um,
clockwise.
Same thing. You see the remains of a human, also tattered clothing. This one is wearing you find something else in it. This one is wearing a necklace, a silver necklace with 2 azurites and a carnelian in the middle of it. And he also seems to wear a ring fashioned out of some sort of black stone onyx.
Anything that looks valuable, I'm taking. So.
Yeah, aside from that, you see like the tattered clothing and basically a skeleton, right? At this
Yep.
point.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to open this southern one here.
Okay. The one to the west, right?
Whatever this.
Yeah, I'll just say like usual map things going on. It's easier because it doesn't really matter anyways, right? So I don't know why they turn it around if it doesn't make.
Yeah, well,
difference.
this one here.
Yeah. So you open that one as well. This one also same, another dead human, which contains an ewer made out of beaten gold and a walking stick, which is pretty long, which is made out of varnished dew with a golden handle shaped like a scorpion.
Oh, well.
These look nice, but none of them look like the relic.
No, do you know what the relic looks like?
No. And say
So
I
any
do.
of these could be the relic, right?
Simon, what's this
Clive might get these
on
things.
this wall?
It's
So
just
like
what do you say? This urn, like a small pot.
Right,
I guess Z will check it out.
Yeah, it's when you check it out, it's an urn. It's empty. There's some residue in the bottom of it.
So I'm gonna pick up the ewer, which I'm assuming is a pitcher. I think
Mhm.
that's what a ewer is, and I'm gonna just take both of them, put the ewer in my pack, and strap the stick on my back until.
Okay, yeah, the stick is fairly long, right? So you kind of like it's a walking stick, so
It's a
like
walking staff, so
it's like 5 to 6 feet, right? So
But it's not like a weapon or a magic staff. It's like a walking stick, or
Might be
I don't know
magic.
that yet.
Okay. Can I open this one now?
sure.
Strength check. Okay. Oh.
You just pulled a muscle.
Oh fuck!
Oh god.
So what happens here?
Oh, do I get to say?
Mhm.
Okay. I walk over to the sarcophagus and try again to like push it up and like wedge. I don't know. Like, try and just lift it up, and I end up breaking a nail.
Oh, no.
It's tragic, and I am deeply distraught.
Okay.
I require a healing potion for
do
that.
you need help over there?
I shake my hand, and I'm like, ah, shit. And then, yeah, get over here.
All right, this is gonna be where I fail now.
What? No!
Ah,
Another broken nail. Okay.
ah.
Okay, yeah, you also start to open up the last sarcophagus, and inside this one, nothing really surprising. You'll find this one has a golden censer, which platinum filigree kind of gone in.
Yeah, that's the little ball they put the incense in and wing it around in the church.
Oh, okay.
Like the same thing they were like. It's basically a plate on three small.
It looks shiny, so
Chains,
I want
right?
to take it. If nobody protests,
Well-
I'm just. I mean.
We'll take it and get it appraised.
I know someone who can do that.
I will remember that you have it. Don't worry.
Oh no. Okay.
Now that you are
Okay.
done desecrating the place, anything else you wanna do, ladies?
I take it you don't want any part of the coin then, dwarf?
Fagran.
You raise so much protest.
Fagran. When Imli kind of opened the last sarcophagus, you saw it move a little. The whole thing move a little.
Why? What did it do?
And I walk over there and I check the sarcophagus, like try to shake it a bit. What?
Yeah, it's give me an investigation check.
Investigation.
Oi, dwarf, we're only looting, not desecrating. What the fuck are you doing?
Well, I mean, it's sort of desecration. We're taking things from the dead, but they're not using it anymore, and they're gone.
Yeah, you try to move it, but you can use your strength modifier if that's changing anything there with your investigation.
My what?
Strength modifier, since you're trying to kick against it or try to move it.
No. That would be pretty much the same.
Okay, yeah, then you try to move it, but you're sure it moved. You're sure it moved.
It moved, I swear! By me beard, it moved!
It moved? Like
It
was
moved.
The entire thing.
Just
I
like
guess-
shaking it, like moving with the lid, where you pull the lid. Just the
Try
whole
to pull
thing.
the lid back and up again.
We
Do
got
that
rid of
again.
all the ghosts. The fuck are you talking about?
I guess I'm gonna take a look at it if he's insisting and he's
Okay.
beating on it.
Okay, then give me an investigation check. Usual one though. Okay, yeah. What you see, aside from the lid itself, it seems to be on some sort of a mechanism which holds the entire sarcophagus up. Which you see when you take a look under where the sarcophagus stands on the ground. There seems to be some sort of something under the sarcophagus itself. Two bars maybe.
So it looks like it would lift or sink, or I can't really tell.
It's very small, but there's something holding this up. 2 bars, one in front, one in the back.
So I'm don't want to poke my fingers into there because it gets smished off. He's right. It does look like it's not. There might be an opening underneath of here. I don't know if we could try to pull, grab onto the side and pull it. Maybe.
We can just try to tie a rope around the entire thing and pull it all at the same time.
If we hook our hands into it and pull it up this way, we might be able to get it, or pull it like that.
Horrid ideas.
Just lean over and checks the inside of the sarcophagi.
Okay.
And kind of tries to feel around. Can you find
Okay.
anything?
Give me an investigation check.
Surely this is the time that my karma
You get
strikes.
advantage. You get advantage. Okay. You do aside from the dead guy that's inside there. You don't find anything that like a mechanism or a lever or whatever. No, doesn't seem to be anything inside there.
Emily's gonna kind of just grab onto to the edge of it since the lid's off and just pull.
Okay, give me a strength check.
Yeah, Xi is gonna join in as well.
Okay, do it with advantage. You can-
I stubbed my toe.
Okay, but since you're moving around and you're not really in a hurry right now, so first of all, Emily, what happens to you? It's you. No, just kidding. But yeah, when Zeke gets up there and tries to pull, the whole sarcophagus comes into the room, shifting on some sort of rails northwards, which then reveals a chute that goes straight down, which is basically 3 by 3 feet, maybe 3.5.
Well, that's interesting. I don't know about you, but this would be a great place to add an artifact.
I
I'm
agree.
gonna I'm gonna take my glowing rack and like hold it out over and like kind of just hold it out over and see if I can see if there's a bottom.
How much light does it produce? How much feet?
It's not a very big light. Hold on, let me read this
I
spell.
think it's 20 bright, 20 dim, so 40.
Okay, let's say it's 40 for now. You do not see the bottom.
20-foot radius, 20 feet. I'm gonna, assuming I can find something. Well, I guess I'll take one of the bones, a bone from one of the corpses, and cast light on it and drop it down the hole.
Okay. Yeah, as you see the basically makeshift torch, right? Just drop it about 60 feet down. It just hits the ground. It shatters there.
My bone!
Would you want me to cast it on you?
You have a stone!
I'm not losing my stone. It's my friend.
It's my stone. Use your own stone.
You have a bedrock?
Is it just like
Well,
a
I lost
straight?
my familiar.
And it is a straight shoot, and you see when you see on the side there's some notches inside, which makes like in-wall ladder basically.
Okay.
Hey, halfling, come over here. I think there's something you should check out.
That'd be a tight squeeze for us, huh?
You would be able to go down there, but there's not really like like it would fill one person would fill like the chute itself, and then. Right.
What's down there?
You see down there, where on the remains, or some of the remains are still glowing from the light that was cast on them, right? You see that there's an opening to one side, but you cannot see, since it's like fairly deep down there, you cannot see like to the side what is there. So it's just the bottom.
Can I pick up the halfling and like hold him out over the hole and say,
He lets you.
"See anything?"
Hey, whoa!
That's a grapple check.
What do I have to roll for that?
No, I mean if he wants you,
Well,
if he lets
just
you.
Not all the way over, but just so he can look down better.
Yeah.
Hey, that ghost down there, what the fuck are you doing?
See anything good?
It's dark! I look
Just
like a
like-
fucking elf!
Actually,
Be useful for once.
Put me down!
Don't do it literally.
Don't drop
Yeah,
it.
down the hole! Over there!
I pretend to fake drop him and then set him down on the ground next to
Be
me.
careful. He's gonna make you roll a dex check and see if you actually drop him.
No. Like how I handle PvP is like the other guy can decide if he wants to fail or not. I'm not gonna roll like make constant contest strength.
Right.
So, who's our? If I give you the glowing rock, will you go down and see? Since you're probably smallest, easiest to get down and up. I'm asking Cade. I'm holding the rock out to him.
Like the chute is like this wide, right? Like and it's round, like so. There's like Z might need to push in her shoulders a little bit, but everybody can get down
Yeah,
there.
it's a tight squeeze though. He could probably climb a little
I'll
quicker.
go, I'll
It's
go.
smaller.
yeah.
I'll take a
Dwarf,
rope.
you
and
don't look the best at climbing.
He'll just clank his way down there.
No. Shh! I want to see his fat ass fit in there.
I'll take
Can
my
I
rope
take
and
the
I'll-
rock out of Emily's hand?
Okay.
I'm gonna sit down in my backpack and hand Fulgrim the rope that I have,
Okay.
and then start tie it around my waist, the rope, and start climbing down.
Okay. So you're the first in.
Yep.
Anyone following her?
I'm gonna wait and see
Yep,
what's.
I'll go after her. After
Okay.
she's down.
Z isn't going to be called a coward, so she'll go after Fulgrim.
I'll tie the rope like put it in the sarcophagus and then close it.
You can put it like around the lid, which is fairly heavy, right?
Yeah, something like that. Make sure it's secured, and then I'll go down.
Okay. So Callista, Fulgrim, Z.
Yeah.
I'm
the
gonna
others
look at
there?
Cade and shrug.
I thought I would be scouting ahead first, but okay.
Yeah, I was kind of like letting her scout, but if you guys
Yeah.
want to all jump down the hole, I guess I'll go. I'll follow.
Okay, Kate, you're the only one who's...
After they all go, Kate will slowly start going down.
Okay, very, very...
I was gonna say
reassuring.
he gets left alone in the dark, doesn't he? Because I think the light just went down the hole.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Like, guys.
Okay, on that note, Kate is speeding up a little bit down the hole.
Okay, got it. Okay,
Oh,
so everybody
God.
goes down. It's a 60-foot drop, right? So it takes you some time to get down there. When you get down, you enter a very small-ish chamber. Well. Okay. So you get down. You come into a room that has murals on the walls, decorated with rich pigments and inlays of some semi-precious stones. You see in front of you on the other side, which is right now just Callista and Fagrim, right? Yes, you're the first ones down there. A gilded sarcophagus that stands on top of a bier along the western wall, the eastern wall in that case, right? And other than that, that's the only thing you see for now. And as Z gets down, you see like another ghost coming out of the sarcophagus and laughing,
Great, evil ghost.
which has a female voice that basically freezes the marrow in your bones. She says, "Your death will free me finally. You will serve me even in your death." And then she starts to attack Callista.
Why can't we ever go where there are nice ghosts?
Looks somewhat like this. Yeah.
What?
Spoopy.
Spooky boo. Right.
Oh, that's very sexy.
It's sexy, huh? Right. Give me initiative rolls, please. So right now the three first are down, and Emily, you're about to get down there and hear this, and Kate, you're a little bit above Emily. Okay. Kate! Holy crap! Fagrim!
What? Why? This is why I have bad rolls. I'm being punished. Finally, I get good initiative, and I'm being punished on the other rolls. So, Kate.
Cade can't hit his fucking mute button right. Cade, having no idea what's going on, is
That's
still
pretty shitty for a bard if you can't unmute yourself.
keeps going down the hole, and I guess bumps into Emily, and he's like, "What's going on? Come on, go!"
And you hear this as well, right? What I just said, you heard this.
It's
Yeah,
like,
but
I
I
don't
don't
know if I
see-
want to go. That doesn't sound good. Maybe we should go back
Alright.
up.
Is there anything
And
else you
I'm
want?
like hugging onto Emily's back.
Alright, sitting on her shoulders, basically, right?
No, more like almost like a piggyback.
Okay. That makes it fairly uncomfortable, like, but okay. Fagrim, he's
So-
basically in melee with you right away as well, right? Since it's not
Oh,
off.
right, and it's looking
Yes.
at Callista at the moment?
Yes.
Alright. Pawn says, "Why can't we ever go for the nice ghosts?" And he pats Callista on the back. "Now, take your brave potion!" And as he does, he tries first not to cough up blood. And he doesn't. And then, well, you'll probably know, because this is a return of the favor.
Okay.
And I get ready with Yammer, but that's all for now. As he throws his weapons and gets ready.
Okay. Got it. So now the ghost looms above you. I do need to make attacks and disadvantage, right?
Yes.
Okay. The ghost looms above you, Callista, as he tries to slash at you. Actually, yeah, he does. Already said it. Ooh, with disadvantage. 14.
Doesn't hit.
Okay. As he slashes with you, the other hand goes up in the air, and you see from the sides, out of the walls itself, 3 more ghosts step out. They look a little bit like the ghosts you fought upstairs before. Emily.
I guess I'm going to finish climbing down the with Kate on my back.
Okay.
Does that use up all of my action?
Movement. No, the movement.
All right. So as soon as I get down there, I guess I'm gonna see a big scary ghost.
A big scary ghost who looks like this. Like, wait.
Yeah, she looks
This?
nasty.
And you see 3 other ones, like the ones you live similar to the ones just stepping out of the walls, basically.
And are they like close together, or are they like spaced
Two of-
apart?
Yeah, the one in front is like in the middle of the room. The others came out of the wall. The two of which were stand together. The other one is on the other side of the room.
And I'm assuming that this room is small enough that if I cast something like AOE, it's gonna hit
It's
allies.
20 by 30 feet, roughly.
Alright, so I'm not gonna try to. I guess I'm going to just immediately, like, be like, cast magic missile at it. Just
The big one?
reflect the big one. But she's gonna push a little more juice into it. So I'm gonna cast it in a level 3 slot. So this is that's the.
5.
And then there's the 2 extra darts.
All
I
right.
think I get 5 darts because it's 3,
Exactly.
4, 5. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. So the 5 darts out of each of one of your fingers, one of these darts, kind of energy balls, kind of shooting and just hit the ethereal form of this thing. Doing what is it? 17. Okay. You see the shadows kind of move around a little bit as the energy dissipates into the body itself, and it screams like "Ah! Infidel!" All right.
Making friends left and right.
Callista.
I nod at the dwarf and start firing at the ghost that's right in front of me.
All right.
3 shots. So.
You go like panic shot. Ah!
Yeah.
Okay, 3 times. Your bolts just disappear in the shadows of it, and you hear a king 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 on the other side of the room.
That's it.
All right. It's what? 18, 26. All right. Got it. Z.
I think Z just finished climbing the ladder. She's just gonna have time to pull out the 2-handed maul and enter a rage and whack at the talky ghost person.
All right, on the big one. It's surrounded by now by the 3 of you, but yeah. Okay, the first one just goes through it. The second one, however, there's some resistance to your slash as it goes through the body of it. Got it. Kate, you're still on the back of Emily, seeing this thing basically like 7 feet away from you, and the 3 others coming from the sides.
Okay, so Cade sees this thing and he is scared, and Emily can feel him shaking on the back. Oh boy. And he starts whispering something. She can't really understand it. It's very low, but...
Against the
The main
Okay.
main one.
Okay. And it reels around. Got it.
And that's it.
Okay, everybody of you, here's the female voice again. It's different, like from the voice that just spoke to you. This is the voice you heard before, and everybody hears this in your minds, not sound.
Like before we found the tomb.
Yeah,
Whatever it is.
the female voice that was saying like, rescue me, right? Basically. Okay, and you hear, in the sarcophagus. I can help you, please, quick. Fibron.
Okay. There's 3 ghosts all around and the big one. Could I get to the sarcophagus without the big one?
You would, she would, like rules-wise, you would trigger an attack of opportunity.
Figure out much. The sarcophagus is closed, isn't it?
Yeah, right now it's closed.
Okay. It's gonna have to be done. Yes, try and deal with it! And following bobs and whiffs and goes around.
Okay,
Put
so
them
you
in
trigger
six.
an attack of opportunity, right?
No, I won't, but try to disengage, but it's an action, so first let's see how it goes. Of course. So I tried to bob and weave, but that doesn't even work. Do I keep moving? No, I really can't risk it, so I'll just go around it and like get out on its back.
On the other side, yeah.
As
got
I
it.
see it swing for me, I quickly turn around and basically try to face it so it doesn't get my back.
Okay.
Damn it! As he clutches for his... As he does, he brings his mag up and towards one. Hit. Great sword will come. Flying out.
Alright.
Have this one for size!
Alright, as you do, like, it just steps to the side, now completely focused on you.
Okay, that wasn't smart.
Now, as it is its turn, says like, you die first. And the attack now goes against you, Fibron. And it hits you. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh snap. This is why I need ribs.
9.
Okay, at least I aced it.
Okay, yeah, and you feel as the claws come through you, the armor itself grows icy cold and frigid as you feel the life force ripped out of your body, taking 17 points of necrotic damage here. Alright, the other 3 ghosts that are in the room now move closer, one against each of you 3 that are attacking or around the ghost. So, Fibron?
Actually, as it goes for me, I try to block it with my shield and it just goes through. And I'm like, ha! You call that a strike? That's not a strike! And he falls on the ground face first.
You fall on the ground. Okay, let's see. Callista, then 2 of them go against you, 1 against Z. So I already wrote for Fargrim, so the second one then. Okay, the first one just like moves and you easily take a step to the side. The other one, however, comes from behind and basically grabs your shoulders as the 2 claws go through your body. Give me a
Do I still
Constitution
have the thing where they have disadvantage?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, not because he's down. It's the concentration,
Oh.
right?
Oh
Yeah.
shit. Okay.
Okay. As the claws go through you, the other one, however, missed very, very badly. Is that a Constitution saving throw, please? Okay. Again, you feel like your meat, your muscles kind of tense as the cold grips your body, and you feel the life force, the life essence ripped out of your body. It's yourself taking 8 points of necrotic damage. Z, you have another friend, but you faced these kinds of things before now, just a moment ago upstairs, and you dodged to the side without much trouble. Imli.
So I heard the voice from the sarcophagus too. Everybody heard that.
Yes, everybody heard that voice exactly.
And is there any way for me to get to it without going through a ghost? Or
One like it doesn't matter since everybody is basically in front of the exit of the thing, right? You would need to get past at least one of them.
do I take my chances trying to get past one, or do I? I don't know.
Roll the halfling.
I'm like kind of like nudge Kate, and I'm like, what do you think? Should I try to open this thing, or should we just hold our ground? Because
We don't want them coming this way.
I guess I'm gonna try to get over there and open it. I'm gonna risk. He's not gonna get attacked. I will.
Okay, so as you move past, one of them tries to attack one of you two, attacking you, Emily, and hitting you. Give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Constitution. Oh my God, I need better eyes.
Okay, as it hits you, you take Kate. You take Kate out of the direction, nearly dodge the hit itself, but as it grazes your scales, a few of the scales, as they are, no, it's necrotic damage. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm resistant to cold, but not.
Yeah, it's necrotic. Sorry, it's just like as you see the icicles basically form on the tips of the scales itself. You take 13 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
Yeah, it was 13. But nothing else happens. As you move past them, the icicles also directly break off at the tips and fall to the ground. And yeah, you easily reach the sarcophagus.
All right. So, but I can take my attack action to try to open it, or is that considered a move action?
You can take your action, try to move the lift.
All right. I'm gonna throw my back into trying to push this thing open.
Okay. Yeah. As you push it, it easily slides into the side, levitating now in the air. And in the sarcophagus itself, you find a very adorned corpse of a human with long hair, female, male, hard to discern, and gripped on the chest of it, you see a hilt gilded with the crossbar, the parry bar. Is it a bar? No, how is it called?
Like a hand grip.
Yeah, a hilt, right? It's just a hilt without a blade. With the parry bar, I don't know the English word for it, made out of fashioned or at least lined in gold itself, and the pommel also you see fashioned in gold.
Geez, I'm like, there's nothing in here. Where are you? You said, I'm gonna just be like, what the, ask out loud, what the heck?
Okay. Here, take me. I'm right in front of you. I can help you.
You're the sword, I guess.
That's the end of your round. That's 6 seconds.
Okay, that's good.
Kalissa.
I yell over at Emily, what the fuck are you doing? We've got ghosts to kill. And
okay. Yeah, you also had that voice, right? And you also had the answer. I'm right in front of you. Take me.
But,
No, I'm just saying. I don't want to have any confusion about this. That's all.
Yeah, okay. Shit. Okay. There's a big scary thing right. Okay. I'm gonna cast Protection from Good and Evil on myself.
Mm-hmm.
And that's my action, so yeah.
Okay, movement, no? You stay there?
Well, if I move, they'll hit me, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'll stay there.
Okay, Z.
Z is going to whack the main ghost with the maul.
Alright.
Or at least try to.
Alright.
And I suppose she'll, upon hearing the word sword, she'll say, "If there's a weapon there, toss me it. This maul isn't quite cutting it."
It's not getting it all, it's a maul.
It's a ball, right?
Yes, that's exactly the point.
Alright. Okay, Kate, you're still on the shoulders of the Dragonborn. You also see this hilt without the blade itself. And you heard the voices.
I don't know what the hell you're gonna do with that. How far is the ghost that hit us? Well,
They tried to hit you, like
Yeah.
7, 8 feet away, maybe. It's a small room, right? So.
yeah, okay. He's gonna start whispering in that ghost's direction again. So
Mm-hmm. The ghost that hit you?
the wall hit Emily. Yeah.
Okay. Is there another effect other than the?
It has to use its reaction to run away, but I'm not sure if that part would work on an undead or not.
Okay. Got it.
Doesn't say in the spell.
Yeah, got it. It says heal though, so. Okay. Yeah, and the one that tried to strike out at you now looks towards you, Kate. Okay, fine.
Olgrim just groans on the ground as the sword, or the great sword, is still floating but doing nothing.
Okay. Now, the big one still turned at you, Callista, tries to swing another one with disadvantage, right? Missing you very badly. As it hits you, you see the magic aura of you lighting up and deflecting its attack itself. The other one that it was against you, it was 2, right? Against you. Okay. Still with disadvantage, say. Oh, good. That's a good one. That I had the disadvantage. Just showing you this.
20 and 1.
No, that's one. That's the other. Yeah.
The camera is dying.
20 and the 1, yes. Well, that spell was working.
God.
Already worth it, huh? Deflected 2 attacks. Okay, so same thing again as the other one. Just basically grabs at your head. You see the magic energy now glowing up lighting up the whole room for a second. As the third one. Again, the third one as well tries to grab you again. You're just glowing like a halo surrounding your body. The one against you, Z, misses as well. Emily.
Alright, so I'm gonna pick up this hilt and just kind of look at it for a second, and I'm like, if that's you talking, I'm sorry, you're going on a little flight, and I'm gonna throw it. Or try to throw it.
Wait. Yeah. As soon as you grab the
Just let's
hilt,
on pass.
Great.
as soon as you grab the hilt, you feel your entire body with the warmth that you just remember for a second the sun just cresting over the snowy peaks of your mountains, of your home, and you hear a body, finally, and out of the hilt, a blade of light shoots, lighting up again, fighting basically the light that Callista just is emanating, lighting up the whole room itself. And he says, "You are now my wielder." So you are immediately, how do you say when you need to gather your concentrate, make a short rest to get access to magic items?
Attuned.
I'm immediately attuned to this.
Yeah, you're immediately attuned to this sword right now, and you feel just a power emanating through your whole body. And you are now also proficient with longswords.
Oh, well, that's good, because I couldn't use it otherwise. Okay, so is that my whole turn?
No, that's a free action to grab it.
Okay, so I guess I'm going to be like, okay, I guess I'm gonna. What's the closest thing to me? The big thing, or the one that was looking at Kate?
Yeah, they're in the melee. The closest thing would probably the one that fights against Z. That was also the one that tried to attack you.
All right, so I'm just gonna slash this thing at this
Okay.
new sword at the closest.
Okay, you can either use strength or dexterity to do the attack.
Okay, and it
And you just do a d20 at your strength or dexterity modifier and your proficiency modifier.
all right. So is that just dex? Would a check work? Or is that the
Just
wrong?
roll a d20. Just roll a
Oh,
d20.
sorry. I just roll a check.
Okay, yeah, you hit it. Give me a 2d8.
2d8.
Okay. As you hit this first one, that was also the one that tried to strike at you first, the mouth just opens up as the blade made fashioned out of light just hits this thing, and it just explodes as the smoke slowly then dissipates.
I'm just staring at this weapon in my hand. I'm like, whoa. It looks like a Warcraft weapon.
Okay, Callista.
Cool.
Callista.
You're muted.
Okay, Z.
Z is just going to
The one that was
continue
attacking you.
to.
Yeah, the one that was attacking you is gone now.
Just going to continue to attack the main ghost.
Okay. Okay, yeah, it seems that you get 2 good hits in, but it's still like fluttering in front of you.
Right, and she's going to turn to see what's going on with the sword, notice the glow, and then be like, really?
Okay, Callista,
You
your
thought
turn.
you said it was a sword.
Sorry about that. Okay. Is the big scary ghost, like the main one, still up?
Mm-hmm.
3 more shots at it.
Okay. 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 You're angry.
Yes,
Okay.
I've got shiny magic too, so
Okay,
feel
yeah.
pretty confident.
The 3 shots go through it, and you see the form now starts to flutter a little bit, but it's still there.
Oh man.
As my movement, can I run over to Fulgrim?
Sure, you wouldn't even need to break melee with but just one of the attackers of you.
Okay.
Okay, if you don't want to, yeah, you all can.
Yeah.
Yeah, I miss. So as you try to get away, the claw flies through the air, but doesn't hit you.
I just want to stand over him because I don't think I can do anything right now. So.
Okay, yeah, you do. Easy. You stand now over the dwarf that is lying on the ground. Kate, you're like right now. You see this giant light, the sword, kind of beaming, just basically in front of you as Emily has wielded it, and you're basically now in melee with the whole thing since you're still on the back of her.
Oh boy. Okay. So Kay's like, yeah, kick her ass with that thing, and as a bonus action, I will give Emily a bardic inspiration die.
That's a D8 or D6?
It's a D8 now.
D8. Okay.
And I slide down off her back.
Okay. Down to the
and-
tail.
Yep. And the one that she is in melee with.
She's not melee with anyone. The one she hit, she killed.
Oh, okay. So then the next closest one.
Yeah, it's a big one.
I don't know if it's going to do anything, but what the fuck? I'll try. I say to it, no loot is worth having to look at you.
Okay. At the big one.
The big one.
Okay. It just says, I'll delete you from the earth as my next victim.
That's it.
She's
I'm
truly able to have laughed at one of Kate's jokes.
Ira.
Okay.
Don't roll a 1, man. Okay.
Control 1.
So, she then steps over. which would provoke from Callista.
Okay. Like, even though I'm wielding a ranged weapon?
You're still immediate with it.
Yeah, she's moving into your hit, so that it provokes an attack from you.
Yeah, she's stepping away, but yeah.
Okay. So just one attack with my crossbow?
Mm-hmm. If you want to. It's your reaction, right? Okay. Yeah, and you see this, like, the first time it didn't attack you, and you just, like, flung it in, and it hits the side of the wall without penetrating the body. With that, she steps towards you, Kate, and Bryces tries to attack you. And it probably hits with over a 20.
Yeah, unless you miraculously gave me some magical armor.
Nope. Give me a Constitution saving throw, please. Okay. Okay. As it hits you, it strikes over your body. You feel the life force just sucked out of the thing, and you lose 14 points due to the necrotic damage. But you resist the magic effect. Every of you so far resisted every of those attacks. So.
Hey, we gotta have something.
Like,
And then the two others attack, one of Callista and one to Z. First Z for 18, and Callista for 15.
Was that still with disadvantage?
Oh,
Oh,
right.
wait, for 15? 15 misses. Okay.
Okay, yeah, okay, so 15. 18 hits you, Z, right?
Yes.
Okay, Constitution saving throw, please.
Let's hope you didn't jinx it.
That's why I said it. Okay, yeah, no. Again, you get hit by this, and your chest kind of freezes a little bit as you take 11 points of necrotic damage. Okay, Emily.
Alright, so Emily saw the big lady hit or attack Cade, so
Yeah,
she's gonna take a whack at her with
Okay.
the sword and see
Okay.
what it,
D20.
if-
Go.
I kind of set it up as a macro, so let's see.
Okay, try it out. Okay. You want to use your inspiration with the 20 or not?
Is that does it need inspiration to hit her?
You don't know. You need to decide before.
No, I'm not gonna bother if it's
Okay.
with a 20. I would hope.
How do you want to kill Bryces?
I've kind of strangely become attached to this little halfling, and I just kind of like step in front of him and like do the like great savior, just like kind of do the Voltron, swing right through the middle of her.
All right. And as you do so, the light kind of starts to move through the shadowy figure of it, and she screams, "No!" And then disappears. And the other two also disappear. And
That
you
was
hear,
anticlimactic.
and Imli, you hear in your head, "Thank you. Thank you for rescuing me."
Okay.
Can I try and stabilize Fulgrim so that he doesn't die?
Yes.
Is that medicine check?
Yes. Okay, yeah, and you immediately after this happens, and the ghosts dissipate and disappear. You turn your attention to Fulgrim, and you had like your run-ins with other guards before and seen your fair share of death, but also you've trained yourself in medicine, and you quickly restart his heartbeat, and feel his pulse, and he seems to be alive.
So Zay's going to forward and then look at Emily and say, "Are you actually going to use that in melee from now on?"
Probably not, but I don't know if I guess I can. Can I ask it if I'm stuck with it, or like I don't know if I'm. I mean, I guess I could ask it, like, is it okay if I give you to another wielder, or are you glued to my hand?
So that, what are you asking now exactly?
I'm basically asking if it's
what,
okay if
what are you
I pass
basically,
it.
what are you asking?
What to the sword? I'm going to ask it if it's all right if I give it to someone who could use it better, or
To whom?
the one known as Z, and I kind of like turn so that if it can see Z. I don't know.
CZ. As she nods around, you hear in your head, I want to get out of here, but I really would like to go to her. And you know that she means Callista with that.
What?
So you want to go to the elf?
Yes. I would like to go to the Hotel Cassia.
So I hold it out. I hold it out to Callista because it's a magical item. I'm going to do what it asks.
Okay.
She's not a melee either, but here you go.
I'm still kneeling over like Felgrim and making sure he's okay.
Yeah.
So
How old were you? I don't know how old you were.
me?
Mm-hmm.
It's on my character sheet.
Okay. That makes it a lot easier for me. Do. On the background. Okay, 17. Okay. Everybody who is proficient in history, and you yourself can give me a intelligence check.
Wait, me or Emily?
Callista,
Everybody.
you can give me, and everybody who is proficient in history.
Um.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Kate, the name Tel Cassia, you know what it means. Do you know as a person what it means?
No.
Okay. It's basically the elven race. So, elves, Eldarine, Drow. But it's a very old-fashioned kind of word to use for it.
And which word was that?
I can write it down.
Wow, I haven't heard that word in a long time. I didn't think anybody used it anymore.
Well, can I walk over to Emily?
Sure. Why wouldn't you?
Sorry, I don't know what to do.
Z is gonna say to Emily, "Well, did the sword really say to pass it to her?"
Am I the only one that can hear it, or can?
No, everybody can hear everything other than Fyron, but
All right. So yeah, it said it wanted to go to her.
Sure, I'll take it.
Going to use this?
I can.
You can, but are you going to?
The sword don't want you. Get over it, you big baby.
Yeah, I mean,
It seems to want to go to me, I guess.
I bet you it sense evil.
I can't imagine why.
So I'm going to give it to her, but I'm also going to tell it before I give it. Like I'll be like, if you know, if she fails to bring you to the surface, I'll pick up the quest. Like if something should happen to her, I'll make sure that you get back to the sun. And I hand it over to Callista.
You hear, as you hand it over, you hear from her. She say, "I've been down here so very, very long, in the darkness. Thank you. Thank you for freeing me."
Okay.
Callista, you, however, right now are not immediately. So you need to take a short rest until you. I forget the word always, like bound to it,
Attuned.
right?
Attuned.
Attuned. Thank you. Yeah, and as you have it, you still see the blade, which is fashioned out of light. It's very light. It's a very, very light sword. Like, it's from the size of it, it's a long sword, but it's very light. So it's just a pound from the hilt.
All right, I'm gonna go over to Falgrim and try to pour this healing potion I have down his throat, so that he can get back on his feet.
Alright.
I don't remember what a healing potion is.
2d4 plus 2. If it's a normal healing potion, you got.
Sorry, what did
Whatever
you
the
say the
one-
sword was called?
The vendor
Sorry,
gave
what
me.
did you say?
Did the sword have a name?
Yes, it's called Dawnbringer.
Okay.
Yeah, it should tell you. Yeah, Falgrim. You wake up on your back.
Is this beer? Oh no.
And when you open your eyes, you see a glistering light shining. And you see the sword.
Kalmar? Is that? It's too short. And he shakes his head. Wow, what happened?
You were taken down by ghosts. I think you should have been able to figure it out yourself.
Ghosts? Possible. Surely
Well,
one
we're face down
something
in the
sneaked
dirt.
up on me and clubbed me over the head from behind.
Oh, there were ghosts. They went poof when the sword came out.
Where did he find that?
It was in the sarcophagus.
Oh, so
It's apparently the voice that we were hearing.
I believe this is the relic your friend was looking for.
had be, and I just look at me. Good luck with your pet rock. I know, I don't know how your people work, but all things speak, you know. Swords generally don't do that.
Oh, this one does.
Sure it does. And he cracks his bones.
And then speaking of my pet rock, Callista, can I have her back? the rock you put in your backpack.
Yeah, I toss it back at her.
Like, ah.
Have you like drawn a face on it and everything? Does it
I
have a
would be
name?
surprised if the rock was actually just a really hard clump of dirt.
It's probably called Wilson.
Yeah. And I go over to the sarcophagus since I haven't seen it open and I get a peek in.
Mm-hmm.
Just another human, right? As always.
Different clothing, though. It's more
Regal.
comfort. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
well, that's interesting. Can I look at its clothes? Are they too tattered to see? Or can I see any symbols on them?
Yeah, there's some symbols, but they're withered. So give me a history check.
Okay. Pick out the book and mainly try to compare it
If you're
to
proficient,
the.
right?
I'm not proficient in history.
You see some markings.
Okay.
Now, what you see, as which I said earlier, the walls are decorated with rich pigment and inlays of semi-precious stones, right? You see this is a scenery of a beautiful sky with the city that is flying in the skies itself. And the city itself is over the sarcophagus.
It's kind of strange that all this sky and sun imagery would be underground.
The sky beneath the earth. Was it the sun beneath? I mean, I've seen strange things, but it's a first.
I don't know about
Well,
all of you, but I
if
don't
one
see a
thing
reason
I noticed
standing
is that
here
this
pondering
thing
about
doesn't.
it.
Sorry.
So, Falgrim, do you think you're well enough to travel now that I probably shouldn't linger here?
Yeah, here, take this one.
And he hands you his version.
For your travels.
Can I just like look at the sword, like maybe swing it around a bit? I don't know. I mean, does it like can I ask it why it wanted me to have it?
Sure, ask it.
I look at the sword in my hands and I say, "Why did you choose me?"
I chose you because you are like me. I like your mind.
I'm not a sword. I'm a
No, but you think like me.
Who are you?
I am Dawnbringer.
Okay. What are you?
I'm a sword.
Most swords I know don't talk.
Well, yes, I'm quite a special sword. I was forged long ago. But then I was buried with this horrible creature. And I was in the dark for I don't remember how long. But now you freed me. And I will accompany you on your travels and help you to overcome your enemies.
Fair enough.
Did she hit her head?
So, since there's nothing else to be done there, Z's just gonna start climbing back up the ladder.
Okay.
Calm
Nobody's
says a
gonna-
prayer and closes the tomb again before leaving.
Okay.
Nobody's
it's
going to
easy.
pry any of the gems off the wall?
Are you?
No, I wouldn't, but
Okay. So, everybody's going up, or is anybody doing something else?
yeah, I'm going to head up the ladder after Z.
Kate will go up behind her.
All right.
I'll take a moment to look around and then follow everyone else up.
Okay. Yeah, as you leave, the light still shines as the hill kind of protrude, like the blade's still there, right? Yeah. Yeah, you can get up, no problem.
Give the rights to the corpse. Close the tomb again and leave.
Okay, so you want to go to the southern door, or you want to leave?
Anything else you wanna do here?
I don't recommend tempting our fate. We should just
I think
leave.
we need to recover.
Okay.
Let's find somewhere safe.
So where are you gonna search for it?
Out at the entrance of this place.
Yeah,
I
probably
mean-
not in the tomb.
Not in
I
the tomb
agree.
proper, but I doubt we'll find any good shelter if we keep on traveling. At least for this day.
Shelter! You're in a cave, me boy! But we could go. Probably by the water somewhere.
So you leave?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you leave the tomb and are now at the exit again. I mean,
I gave some last prayers to Fargus, but, well, I can't afford to take his body, so... Take his book. Bring it to his people.
alright.
Alright. Not looking so good. Let's see if we can find a nice place. Preferably beneath some mushrooms. The not moving kind.
Yeah, you stand at the exit. Still, again, there's this change from the tomb, which is clearly like manufactured with masonry, stone on stone, into the natural caverns that are the Underdark in front of you.
Is there anywhere that looks like a good camping site, or like somewhere we can, that's not super, I don't know, exposed or?
Yeah, do we hear water anywhere or anything? Like,
No, you don't hear any water in the near, but you know where you came from. You know that about 10 minutes there was like a dead end, which you ran into earlier.
when I head back there, we'd be able to defend it.
We'll also be closed in case, if anything attacks.
Oh, I prefer out of sight places. They're generally easy to find in the Underdark.
Alright, well,
Anyway, we need to go to Blanchestone. Let's begin heading that way. I'm sure we'll come across something suitable on the way.
or something that eats us, but yeah, sure.
Okay, so you want to double back, or you want to continue on your way northwards?
Probably go northwards, searching for a place. That's
Okay.
my vote.
Yeah, well, I'll just, if he starts heading that way, I'll follow.
All right. Okay. Yeah, about half an hour later, you come onto a chasm where there's a bridge that leads from one end to the other with like ropes fashioned, and then there's some wood-esque steps that lead over.
Well, not exactly what I was expecting.
So it's over like a chasm?
Mm-hmm. Like just a rip in the tunnels itself. You can look up, you can look down, but it's pretty dark here. The only light you have is that you see is that the light you bring with yourself, and the sword still shining brightly.
While we're walking, is there any way to like turn off the sword so it's not super bright? Does
Right
it have
now?
a dim setting?
Right now, you don't know.
Just as we're walking,
Mm-hmm.
I want to like ask it or like see if I can turn it down a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, you can speak to it. I'm the sword right now. Hello.
Is there any way you could not be a massive shining bright light?
Really, I don't like the dark. I don't want to be in the dark again. No, there's no way.
Can I, Sword, Dawnbringer, we're in the Underdark. And there are many enemies
Yes, it's
around.
terrible here. I want to get out.
And if you are the sole source of brightness that's around us, we're gonna get attacked. And I would really like to not get attacked. So if you could just cooperate and turn it down a notch
Give me a persuasion check with disadvantage.
with disadvantage.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay. 20s?
You guys. Okay. Persuasion.
I could make it a little bit less bright if you really want to.
Okay.
Don't put me in any sheet or something. I hate it.
Either you turn down or you're going in the bag.
So yeah, as it says, don't put me in any sheet or anything. It turned down into a dimmer form, which is basically like a 20 feet dim light instead of 20/20, which it was before.
Okay.
So, bridge,
Yeah, still-
chasm.
Exactly. Thank you.
So do we just forge across? Do we want to listen for...
Does it look sturdy?
Fairly.
Like sturdy enough to support a very heavy dwarf?
Perhaps.
So let's send him first. If it holds him, it'll surely hold us, right?
Oh, I have crossed these ones before. Look, and I can give it a few steps on it.
Mhm.
Make sure it's stable.
How heavy are you?
At the moment, probably
Mhm.
250 pounds, everything together.
Yeah, it's okay. Seems to be sturdy, at least at the beginning.
Looks good enough.
Should we tie a rope around you just in case? I mean, it looks like it's a long way down. I'm going to pick up a rock and light it and chuck it down.
I don't think a rope will hold me either, less.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Well, ropes hold like 250, right?
On a
I think
snap,
rope hold-
unlikely. Like, if
can
if
just
you're
tie
climbing
two.
down, yes, but on a snap, right?
Yeah, I guess it's a stress.
I just need to have a pretty mean tie-in to a rock or something. Yeah, I'll follow it across carefully and slowly because I'm a dwarf and I don't like bridges
Yeah,
that you can see behind. It should be stone, should be opaque.
Yeah, you're in the middle of the rope, which is like it creaks a little bit, but it still holds.
Yeah, looks like. I keep going to make it across or fall.
All right, make it across.
Who's next, fattest?
I probably actually weigh more than him.
Okay, so you go
Z
over.
is gonna cross second. She actually weighs. Yeah, Z with all her gear actually weighs a little over 300 pounds.
Okay. Yeah, you get over without much age. However, you feel like you feel a little bit uncomfortable by the creaking of the ropes, but you get over without breaking anything, at least.
Alright, I guess I'll go next.
Yeah, no problem.
I'll follow.
Okay. Yeah, and lastly, Kate also can make it over.
Okay, well, that wasn't so difficult. Actually, I have a funny story about crossing a chasm. You wouldn't believe it. You're running from werewolves, 2 giant ones, attacking us. You believe it? In the Underdark. And he keeps on rambling and telling the story.
Okay.
As he pokes around, like, looking for a place where we could lay down.
What are you looking for?
Generally, some sort of alcove, like one of those big mushrooms, or a place with safer mushrooms that could give us cover for the night.
Well, you have no idea what time it is.
Yes, but for the rest, let's say it.
I mean, you run into dead ends at times, but you do not find any alcoves. And right now here, there's there's no lights, there's no mushrooms, there's no Faraz, there's nothing here.
Can I run into mushrooms pretty soon? Kinda strange there are none around here.
So it's definitely looking a bit more barren. Like there's not as much.
Yeah, no, it's super barren. You hear no water flow. You see nothing alive. You see no tracks, and you're like on your way by now 2.5 hours.
So were we heading to Blingdenstone or Neverlight?
Well,
Or
right now you're heading northwards, right?
Mm.
Following the
Which is-
tracks, following more or less the tracks that are on the map. The map itself is
these
not
little wheelies.
there's not like a track which like you can really easily follow, but then there are like landmarks that you can like, okay, you need to go like in that direction until you find this, and in that direction until you find this, right? But you make your way northwards basically.
Because I'd much rather be heading towards the Mushroom City than Blingdenstone at the moment.
Yes,
But
yes, that would be the place, but these maps are not that easy to follow. Faster north, there's that pine you see, that over there. Yes, we'll find it. It looks pretty big.
You can guess what it is. It could be a giant stalagmite. It looks like a pine to me.
Okay.
But I don't think this is getting us anywhere. This is like a maze. I think we'll have to rest on other ground here.
I suggest we find a cave.
I was gonna say the next time we find a dead end, let's just camp there because at least that's only one way that things can get at us.
Yeah, about
We can
like
have a
half
wall
an-
against our back.
half an hour later you find another dead end. They're fairly common, so.
I mean, this looks
Alright.
like as good a place as any.
Ah,
Are we going to set up a camp? Or something like that?
somewhat.
There's no fire or anything.
Okay,
Yeah.
are we gonna sleep?
Yeah, we're gonna do a long or a short. I mean, are we?
I think we look pretty bad.
And it's been a while, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably been.
Okay.
Z is going to speak up and say, if we're going to sleep, I recommend we do it in a circle.
Let's gather up and get as close as possible, and I start preparing an alarm ritual.
All right.
Circle, eh?
So you want where you want to arm it?
Just in like it's a 20-foot cube, so if I can try and get everyone within that area, just around us. So
Okay, so you want to sleep inside the thing?
yes.
Sleep inside the alarm radius.
Yeah, 20 feet, cube. It's cozy, but manageable.
Yeah. Okay.
What's that you're doing?
Just a little protection.
Oh, whatever said Jim.
This has cost, so.
Alright. Let's hope we don't die early tonight. And if you need anything,
And he slept. I guess. Is it just me?
Sorry, what?
Okay, no. I still hear, but I thought maybe people, because Lewis stopped talking right in the middle of a sentence.
I asked if someone needed anything. But no one said anything, so I guess not. Well, takes a ration and begins stuffing himself.
Didn't we eat last session
No?
during the short rest?
No. Oh, I said we ate, but nah, it's same thing pretty much. Meals a day, come on, man. Okay. Uh, okay, that's it.
So, we take turns on watch. I can take first.
Yeah, I can take whenever. It doesn't matter to me. I can take.
I don't
take
need
second.
to sleep, so I can just trance for 4 hours. So
I'll take third.
I'm going to ask.
Then we only need 2 turns, I think.
yeah, we don't need everyone to watch.
I'll just sit and read my spell book because I have the perception of a potato. So
Yep, I'll take first watch. Someone can take the second, and then can be Callista. She'll be entranced, whatever that is.
Alright, I guess Z will take second then.
All right, and that's it.
Emily's gonna settle down with her spell book and cuddle a rock and use a rock to read.
Your favorite pet. Yeah, I got it.
Cade lays down next to her and rests his head on her tail and goes to sleep.
All right. During the night, nothing happens, but everybody of you who sleeps, and everybody sleeps at some point, or trances, right? You have nightmares. And for the ones who have been down here, you had nightmares before. And how this is, let me just switch the music up here a little bit, maybe. You have nightmares, and the nightmares that especially you, Fulgrim, also Kate, and Emily, I don't think so, but you two at least had these kind of nightmares before, which something was following you. You were running through the tunnels, and when the nightmare starts, you basically resume at the last point where the nightmare left off the last time. But now everybody basically has the same dream, which something is following you, and you're running. But what changes now is you see that there's the vegetation around in the tunnel changes, and you come into a big cavern which is like filled with fungus, filled with some sort of mushrooms, big mushrooms that are big as trees, big as the biggest buildings you probably have seen. Also small mushrooms. The whole cavern is lit as this thing, whatever it is, just the feeling pushes you forward into this room, into this cavern. And as you get deeper inside this cave itself, you see that the mushrooms all around you suddenly start to decay and shrivel up, and you see the mucus from the big mushrooms just fall and drop to the ground, building puddles of this yuck that comes with the withering of these vegetation that is around you, and you hear a screech behind you as you get pushed forward, as you run for your life, and this is when you wake up with cold sweat on your forehead and the heart pounding in your chest.
Midnight again.
But also everybody had a long rest.
Emily kind of wakes up with a little shriek, and she's like, "Oh, God, forgotten about those. Hadn't had one since that first time in the Whirlstone Caverns."
Pearlstone, eh? I think I know what this is. Started back when I was in that rotten place of a prison. Drow Dungeon. And it's been with me ever since.
And you dreamed the same thing, right? The giant mushrooms, the goop on the floor, the shrieking?
Close! At least there were no tentacles this time.
Oh, I didn't... I missed the tentacles, darn.
Good thing. I don't know what it is, but I've been along in the Underdark to know that this isn't a good sign, and it's not just random either. You can bet your arse that something's chasing us.
Maybe we should have cut the
And
bridge
it's
that
not
we
worse
came
than
across.
just drow. Well, nothing you can do about it now.
So, onward? I mean, I guess you need to find some kind of city or town or something.
Agreed.
So, Kate, Callista, Z?
Yeah, let's keep moving.
Sounds good to me.
Alright, pick it up.
So we pick up, and I pick up the map and try to follow it as best as I can
Okay.
towards Everlight Grove.
Yeah, okay, again, the map has no way to the Neverlight Grove. It just has an area where it says, like, Neverlight Grove.
Towards the red
There
area.
is a way marked more or less towards the Blinchton Stone. And from how you read the map, even Neverlight Grove is about a week and a half away from where you are right now.
Well, everything's far, so.
Yeah, geez, that means Blingdenstone would be like a month away, huh?
A little bit more even, yeah.
We're gonna run out of rations before we get there.
I need to get to Blingdenstone.
Don't worry about it.
I have business there.
Stone, we all have business, but Neverlight Grove is on the way. Might as well pass.
I would prefer to get to Blingdenstone as quickly as possible.
I have business in Neverlight. It involves the fate of my entire tribe, so I really need to get there.
How does your tribe rely on this trip of yours?
Well, if I've been told that the mushroom people may have a cure for a plague that blights my people and turns them to stone before they reach the age of 50.
Sounds like a terrible curse to have.
It's not pleasant. They say you wake up and your toes won't move, and then slowly over the course of a few months, you stiffen up until you can't walk anymore. And most warriors just go out into the wastes to die.
Brave. And foolish, but brave.
If your tribe does depend on you finding a cure, then yes, we should stop by this Neverlight place first.
The dwarf has the map, so I guess he decides.
We should go for Neverlight Grove. If I've heard this correct, they can at least provide us with some aid on our journey to the Underdark. And as you said, we're low on rations. Passing by there could perhaps help us in that regard. Either way, let's make it a fast pace. We don't have time to be wasting.
And I guess I begin leading them as best as I can from Snavelite Grove.
Okay. Are you trained in survival?
Yes.
Give me a survival check, please. Since you have a map, you have... Okay. Yeah, so you start to
I
make your
learned from
way...
Shushar the best.
So you make your way towards the north. Even Neverlight Grove, if it is where the map it says, or the vicinity, the area where the map it says it should be, it is still some ways away. So you guys travel for the next 2 to 3 days. What happens there? Please, everybody can give me one interesting event that happens during your travels and how you dealt with it. Let's just start from left to right here. Kate? You're muted, by the way, I think. No, you're not. I just don't hear you. It's no, now I hear you. So, and something interesting that happens during the next 3 days? Dave?
I'm thinking.
We come across a strand of the Dark Lake that runs, and it's actually 20 feet across, and being dark and all muddy, and pretty much really bad, which Falgrim shares with the party.
That's the water from the Dark Lake. You don't want to step on that.
Except Z, being the tough woman that she is, doesn't care and tries to step in, and is immediately basically assailed by visions and thinks she's being mauled by tiny insects. Falgrim managed to get up to her, also being assailed by these visions, and as he grabs and she's like punching and kicking, he says a prayer to Cord, and the water immediately around them turns pure for a moment, which allows the party to get across. And, well, from that moment on, Z would question when Falgrim said something was bad.
Yeah, and also you managed to refresh your water supplies during that, which was, well, you were running low on water, so that was something good that happened to you. All right, Kate.
Okay, so also while we were traveling, at a separate part of where the Dark Lake came up, some mushrooms grew that we never saw before, and we poked before we went and checked, and they were all harmless. But as the party was going by, they ended up releasing these spores, which got onto us, and now we all smell like sewage for a couple days.
Well, for some of you, it might be home. For some of you, it might not be so interesting, so nice. All right, Jonathan, see.
At one point, the cave ceiling, where we were traveling, started to get lower and lower until eventually we just had to crawl in order to continue forward. And for someone like Cade, it was no problem, but for the larger party members, it was a real pain, as it had to be done for several hours.
Especially for firemen in this heavy armor, I assume.
Yeah.
All right. Emily.
Jeez. I'm getting tired, so I'm running low on imagination.
Start simple and make it up.
No, I'm like half asleep, so I'm having a hard time thinking of something.
Okay.
Jeez, I mean, I guess as we're moving along, Emily notices some weird-looking stalactites, and kind of they pique her interest, and she we're in one of the lower sections where they're like, and she's poking around at them, and maybe
you find a few semi-precious stones which seem to have a very interesting thing that they glow in the dark. All right, cool. And Kalista?
How much, like, sorry, I'm kind of new, so I don't know how much, like, freedom to make stuff up.
Go
we
crazy.
have.
Just
Okay.
don't necessarily find a way like an elevator to the surface, but other than that.
Okay, we come across a camp of Duragar since it's the Underdark,
Okay.
and we have to spend a day, like circling around them, giving them a wide berth, in which I get severely upset with Fulgrim for being noisy.
Yeah, you do so. And the reason why you kind of circumvented the whole event with the Durga was that you saw that some of them seemed to actually be some keepers of the flame. And they had some slaves with them, and were very grumpy. But you managed to move around with your finesse and with your skills without
When are
much
they not
trouble.
grumpy?
Yeah, Fulgrim was always nagging you about charging head on. Even if it was
Exactly.
a terrible idea.
Okay, so at the end of your third day, you come across another caravan, another group, but those look like gnomes. However, they have pale skin, pale dark skin, so like gray, right? And when Kalista, as you are in the front, you scout them out. You see them in the darkness as they move across. That's a group of 8 of these small gnomes or Svrfneblin, and they have a cart and they're moving more or less towards your direction. They're not like immediately moving towards you, but a little bit like to the side of you. And also, what is worth mentioning here is that while you were in this 3 days ago, you were in these barren parts of the Underdark. Now, as you get further northwards, you see more often now sources of water trickling down over the ground. And you see like mushrooms now also following, obviously, these streams of water and growing on the sides of the walls itself. And you see them basically moving in between some mushrooms.
Is the rest of the group with me, or like,
Do
we all see this?
You know what? You're the only one who sees them right now, and you're a little bit ahead, but you know where they are. You are still in sight, but they don't see them yet since you're a little bit up ahead.
Okay, I'll head back and let the rest of the group know that there's some gnomes.
Mm-hmm.
You mean Svrfneblin?
Yes.
They look the kind ones or the crazy ones? I've met both.
They don't look like normal gnomes. I haven't seen their type before, but
They could be from Blingenstone. Tell you what, how about I try and go talk with them? And you make me happy if something goes bad.
aye, sounds like a plan.
Yeah, sounds good to me. I'll stay back in case they're intimidated by me.
Likewise, I'll stay back, like, behind a mushroom or something, kind of out of sight.
Okay.
Alright, don't worry.
Well,
If I need help, I'll just scratch me beard.
all right. What are the other two?
Kate is
Okay.
staying back, being prepared to become Emily's backpack again.
Z is just going to look from a distance, be ready to run in if needed.
Okay. So the 4 of you can give me stealth checks.
Oh, Z's not gonna try to be stealthy about it.
If
Okay.
you don't give stealth, you're not hidden, everyone, pretty much. So you're not hiding.
Guess I pass.
I don't know.
Plus 3. So
Okay. And Fulgrim, you start to approach.
Shield in hand, but no weapon.
Okay. Yeah, as you curve around the natural way of the cave itself, as soon as they see them, they try to jump to the sides and hide behind hide behind some stalks of bigger mushrooms.
I just lift my arms. Hey, friend! You guys from Blangenstone?
What does a Durga do out here alone? We were on our way to your city. We are on our way to Grekistok.
Figured, but it's not a Draeger, it's a dwarf.
And they kind of you see one head kind of poking out and says, I know your armor. What are you talking about? Where are your friends? Where are your friends?
He takes off his helmet. You could be the biggest asshole and tell them they're invisible. Completely. It is it.
What? They're invisible.
Well, if they're
we
around,
don't
you
mean
wouldn't
no
tell
harm.
me now, would you? But don't worry, it's not you we're worried about. Blangenstone, you came from there, correct?
Yes.
I have a map here. You're gonna give me some pointers on how to get there.
Okay.
Also, do you know a Snirveflin by the name of Chimchar?
You hear another voice say, "Yeah, I know Jim Jar. Don't talk to the nasty dwarf. He will kill us if we say something wrong."
Kill Chimchar? Never. Did they make it?
He said, "I haven't seen the arsehole in a few months now."
Probably still on his way. I'm sure he's alive. Don't worry about it. You're traders, we're not here to make slaves. Not today, anyway.
Like I said, and I go for an step, probably next to a caravan, and then step back.
Just make sure that's accurate, and we won't have a problem.
One of the Swiftnablin, which is even smaller than you, right? Who's even smaller than you, steps forward and says, "So, what do you want to know?"
The map has a path towards Blingenstone, but I'm not sure how accurate it is. Any markers that you could make use of?
We came from here, then that way. We met some. So there were some crazy things going on here. I wouldn't go there, but if you head like east from there, there's a lot of mushrooms where you can find something to eat. And from there, you just need to head northwards.
Oh, that was helpful. Thank you, lad. I'll tell you something. Not all Draeger are on the same side. There's a band of certain keepers of the flame. Now, they're all about slaves. So you want to stay clear of them. They were around here.
Thank you.
Don't worry about it. Dwarf always keeps his word. Now move along. Don't mind me. Oh, none of you would happen to be, what was his name?
And he like picks his notes, and was it Torhun? No.
I can't remember at the moment.
Okay. Is there's something else?
Oh, you can move along.
Okay. And as soon as you say this, you see that out of the seven gnomes come along. Two of them grabbing the cart and they like hurrying up the way they were going.
As they pass, I pop out from behind the mushroom and watch them.
And two of them immediately jump to the ground, hands over their hand, and one just like sheaths a dagger, and with his two hands like pointing it towards you. Do it!
I ignore them and walk over to join Fulgrim.
They're not to it, dragon. They're not to it. Falgrim's having too much fun.
Yeah, he's just gonna move along as well.
Ah, it was Gazuk, Big Shine. Oh well, too late. I'm sure they'll find him in Blingerstone. They told me something interesting. We can find more mushrooms to eat around this place.
Okay. So you continue your ways?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, since Amy said she's a little bit tired, I think we can just close it down here for today. And then continue next week. So, as usual, favorite moments from today's session? Dave, let's start with you.
I would have to say Callista shooting the party.
No.
I couldn't
Alright.
stop laughing.
All right. Jonathan.
I suppose that would be the part where the wizard is the one wielding the sword, taking out the ghosts.
That's awesome.
That was pretty epic, yeah. Emmy?
I guess I too liked getting to play warrior for a few moments, or fighter. Yeah, that was.
Yeah. Okay, Lewis.
Mostly she picking up the sword, like, hey, I don't see you. Oh, I'm here. She picks up, what, this? And it, the thing comes out. Like, what? It's like, you're a wizard, Harry, but in this case, it's you're a warrior, wizard.
Yeah, you're a warrior, wizard.
Multi-class paladin, now.
Yeah, and last but not least, Jen.
Yeah, I agree. Having Emily with Cade on her back, like running through all these ghosts and grabbing a sword is pretty epic.
All right. Yeah, I mean, easily taken was basically the same thing for me. I liked the most part was that actually the one hit from the sword actually was the killing blow also on the main ghost as well, on Miss Kahim or of Kahim. So yeah.
So kind.
Well, so Bryce basically got killed just by the last swing. I think that was the very, I don't know, it just fit. I think that was, that situation was kind of the most favorable to me. Yeah, I mean, other than that, cool session. As I said, I was giddy for it. Yeah, I mean, it was like, oh my god! Huh?
What if you didn't found the secret passage?
Oh, there's a second way you could have found it, but I mean, if you don't find it, you don't find it. What can I make, right?
Yeah, but that would be like.
I would be like, why?